In this week's Munchkin Minute, we are going beyond the threshold in a brand new expansion for Mansions of Madness 2.0. Hi everyone, I'm Steven Schleicher, and if you know me, you know that I love me some Lovecraftian horror and Cthulhu monsters running around, and I also love board games. For the last couple of weeks, I've been playing Mansions of Madness 2.0, and the first major expansion has been released, or the first expansion. Those little ones were more like updates, I would say. But Mansions of Madness Beyond the Threshold is the brand new expansion for Mansions of Madness 2.0. It includes some new characters, some new monsters, and apparently we may be going up Yog-Sothoth. Let's check out the contents of this box and see what is inside. First off, Beyond the Threshold includes two new scenarios, the Gates of Silverwood Manor and Vengeful Impulses. So far, the new stories that have been included in all of the additions to Mansions of Madness have been a lot of fun, including the recent DLC story, and I can't wait to dive into this story these two new stories that we're getting in Beyond the Threshold. In addition, we are getting 6 new map tiles. I really enjoy the tiles that come with the Mansions of Madness sets. These are the rectangular tiles, so we're not getting any big giant rooms in this expansion, but I think having a library and a bathroom and some other things like a balcony are going to add to the storytelling experience. We also get 16 Fire and Darkness tokens. To be quite honest though, I've never used all the Fire and Darkness tokens from the previous sets, so we get some new ones. I guess that's a nice thing to add into the collection. We get 8 common item cards, 1 unique item card, 10 spell cards, 9 condition cards, 4 damage cards, 4 horror cards. 7 person tokens are included in this as well because we always need some NPCs to run around. 10 clue tokens, which is kind of nice. 2 wall tokens. This set contains 2 new investigators, which have appeared in other Arkham Horror, Eldritch Horror, Mansions of Madness sets from Fantasy Flight. So their names are going to be familiar, and it's nice to see these faces appear in this game as it continues to grow. Our first investigator is Wilson Richards, the Handyman. He's got some great stats except for lore, and his will isn't really high either. But if you're needing someone who's strong and agile and can probably knock the crap out of some monsters, Wilson may be the one you want to go for. Akachi Onyele appears once again. Again, some great stats for her. Not a lot of strength and agility, but when it comes to lore and will, when it comes to making those spell checks, oh, she's going to be one that you want in your corner. There's also a new monster type, the Thrall. With control of this body passed to a greater power, the will of this creature is as alien and terrifying as its form has become. Aliens. Somebody taking over control of your body. Oh, this sounds horrifying. The figures look great too. I mean, just look at this giant deformed hand. Almost makes me feel like I'm in an anime movie. The one drawback that I have to these miniatures from Fantasy Flight is in the foot and the pegs that you use to put them into the small bases. My problem is that oftentimes as you're trying to get these little studs into the hole, you end up bending the leg because one or the other just doesn't fit completely, and it does cause some problems. You can get them in there, that's fine, but with characters that have really thin legs, I've had problems with them coming apart or bending. So keep that in mind as you put these figures into their bases. Finally, we have some key tokens. Key tokens are going to be really important in this game because any item with a key token added to it gains the key and evidence traits, which can be important for unlocking doors or solving puzzles or whatever. The other thing is, if you have an item with a key token on it, if you're told to discard items, you do not have to discard anything with a key token on it. And that could be a big plus when it comes to fighting the final boss monster when it appears in the game. The other interesting thing about this game is rooms are going to shift and change. Yes, there will be points in this game where the game will tell you to take a room and move it to another location. And when that room moves to another location, you're also taking all of the characters, monsters, items, etc. with it. So you're going into a room, into a house that you may go in the front door, and when you open that front door again, you may be somewhere else in the mansion. That's Mansions of Madness Beyond the Threshold, the first big expansion for Mansions of Madness 2.0. I cannot wait to dive into this. I can't wait to see how these new characters play in the game, and I can't wait to see what's up with the Thrall. There is no giant Yog-Sothoth monster in this, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Can't wait to see, but there you go. It's a monster. It's the Mansions of Madness Beyond the Threshold. That's it for this installment of Munchkin Land. If you have any questions or comments, use the comment section below, or you can contact me on Twitter at Major Spoilers. And of course, if you'd like to see more of our adventures continue on Munchkin Land, we could certainly use your support. Head over to patreon.com/Major Spoilers today. Just look over and see what we have. We have a bunch of extra stuff that you get for your small monthly donation, but you do get to keep our podcast shows and websites going. That's all at patreon.com/Major Spoilers. Until next time, remember, it's not cheating if you don't get caught.